Sub-Zero, the Cryomancer Ninja of Mortal Kombat.
Ken Masters, the street-fighting family man.
As the son of a rich hotel tycoon, young Ken Masters wanted for nothing.
Stupid rich kids, why don't their parents ever teach them any real value? Like squirrel cooking or how to throw a punch.
Well, turns out Ken's an exception. Eager to teach his son some discipline, his father sent him to Japan to train in martial arts.
Yeah, turns out Ken's dad was buddies with the master karate hermit Goken, who Ken trained under for a decade, alongside a young warrior named Ryu.
Under Goken's eye, Ken was taught the ways of the Ansatsuken, or Assassination Fist, albeit Goken's own non-lethal variant.
He learned techniques like the blast of ki energy known as the Hadouken, and also the Tatsumaki Seppuku.
Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, also known as the Hurricane Kick, a spinning kick that leaves opponents reeling but is also pretty good for getting past projectiles.
But the move he excels at the most is the Dragon Fist, the Shoryuken! It's a devastating rising uppercut, and Ken's so damn good at it he can set his whole damn fist on fire!
At his best, he can perform the Shinryuken, or Divine Dragon Fist. Not only is this attack engulfed in flame, it also creates a vacuum effect, drawing opponents in for multiple strikes. The Shinryuken is the most powerful natural form of the Shoryuken technique.
Well, so long as you're not possessed by evil murder energy, but you should watch Ryu vs. Scorpion to learn all about that. With his training complete, Ken returned to America, proving his new discipline and kickassery by winning several fighting tournaments.
Including the premier US martial arts tournament, where he won the finals and met his future wife, Eliza.
Ho ho ho! That is certainly what I would call a win.
Proud of his victories, Ken returned to Goken's dojo to tell his former master the good news. After meeting up with Ryu to mourn their master's apparent death, Ken decided to enter the prestigious World Warrior tournaments, just for the chance to fight Ryu again.
But Ken's always fighting, both in and out of tournaments. He takes on anything from crime lords to professional assassins, and he's strong enough to send a man flying 15 feet in the air with a single punch.
The force of which would definitely kill an average person, which Ken is anything but. He's strong enough to beat the Dictator Bison with Ryu, and he's fast enough to dodge attacks from Akuma, one of the most powerful characters in the Street Fighter universe.
Then there was his cage match against the claw-wielding Vega, where he punched him so hard he completely reversed the guy's momentum after he leaped from the ceiling.
Doing so after losing tons of blood from dozens of lacerations, and with both of his feet broken and impaled. Considering much of a punch's force comes from the lower half of a person's body, this is practically unbelievable.
The guy's tough enough to fall over 100 feet into the mud, and then just get up more pissed than anything else.
But when it comes down to it, Ken's strongest asset is his conviction to win, only made stronger when it comes to defending his friends.
Though he is pretty cocky, if he's feeling good about a fight, he'll sometimes just laugh at his opponents instead of finishing them off, leaving himself wide open.
Still, if you enter the ring with Ken Masters, chances are you're gonna get burned.
Come on, let's turn up the heat.
For untold generations, the Lin Kuei assassins waged war with their rival splinter group, the Shirai Ryu. Desperate to claim victory in the bloody conflict, the Lin Kuei resorted to drastic means of recruitment for able-bodied soldiers, no matter what age they were.
So, kidnapping children?
Kidnapping children.
Well, at least they got to be ninjas. I bet their tiny little bodies would be even stealthier.
Turns out, two of these kids just so happen to be descendants from a race of extra-dimensional beings experienced in the art of ice magic. Their names were Bi-Han and Kuai Liang.
With the Lin Kuei's training, these brothers became cold-blooded assassins and the finest warriors in the clan.
And whether it started as a joke or he just thought it was badass, Bi-Han adopted a brand new name, Sub-Zero.
Sounds like an online username from your teenage years that you regret forever when you're older.
Sub-Zero was so fierce and driven, he became directly responsible for the complete annihilation of the rival Shirai Ryu clan.
Unfortunately for him, one of them, called Scorpion, survived. Well, kind of, and decided to kill him right back. Which obviously pissed off Kuai Liang, who decided to do the same to Scorpion, and got it. It's like high school drama, but with murder.
Striving to honor his fallen brother, Kuai Liang assumed his brother's mantle as the champion of the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero was reborn.
Sub-Zero.
This new Sub-Zero is a master of Shotokan Karate and Dragon Kung Fu, and enhances his martial arts with his deadly cryomantic abilities.
Subby can freeze the moisture in the air to do tons of stuff. He can make his own personal slip and slide, perfect for surprise attacks. He can form all sorts of weapons out of thin air, like daggers, swords, or even ice hammers. But best of all, the dude can make ice so cold, it instantly freezes anybody who touches it.
This can be achieved through Sub-Zero's Ice Blast projectile, or the Ice Clone technique, both of which completely immobilize his opponent for devastating follow-up attacks.
Did he just make a perfect sculpture of himself? Why doesn't he go into the ice sculpting business? Dude would make a killing. Ooh, just, not the literal kind. He's got that down already.
Sub-Zero can also implement his cryomancy and ninja talents in what appears to be near-instant teleportation, an unexpected ability which baffles even his fellow assassins.
Yeah, but I bet that's still not as unexpected as turning into a friggin' polar bear. Like, how though? I want to do that!
And best of all, after subduing his enemy, Sub-Zero has no qualms about tearing them to bloody shreds with one of his fatalities.
Taking after his dear old bro's favorite form of murder, Sub-Zero can rip a person's head off with their entire spinal column in tow. This one's for you, Bihan. If he's feeling particularly nasty, Sub-Zero will toy with his opponent. He'll encase their lower half in ice and force them to watch helplessly as he tears them in half. Or for a quick death, he'll put them in a deep freeze that shatters like glass.
At most, it takes Sub-Zero approximately 4 seconds to freeze a person in place, which in real-world physics is completely impossible. To induce full-body frostbite in that time, he would have to lower the surrounding temperature to negative 6.5 million degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a stupid amount of cold.
13,000 times colder than absolute zero, to be exact, making it a temperature which literally cannot exist.
And yet still not as cold as my ex-wife's heart. Ha! Anyway, Sub-Zero has more than earned his reputation as one of the most fearsome fighters in the Mortal Kombat universe. He's strong enough to break titanium statues with a single chop, quick enough to dodge an oncoming rocket, and he defeated some of the best warriors across multiple dimensions, like the lizard dude Reptile and Taven the half-god, who single-handedly defeated dozens of Lin Kuei assassins. He's beaten his rival for life, Scorpion, several times, and even took on Batman?
Through sheer willpower, he survived injuries no normal person could walk away from, like getting torched in the face by a flamethrower, or being double impaled through the torso, and then torched again.
Whoa, that's a lot of blood! Like, how does he have any left?
I know, right? But that pales in comparison to when he underwent the procedures which turned him into a cyborg, and then was blown apart and reassembled into human form while still conscious.
Damn, what a tough son of a bitch!
But don't overestimate him. Although Sub-Zero keeps company with powerful spirits, undead wraiths, and immortal gods, he's not one of them. He may have incredible powers, but he's still just a mortal man. Also, his emotional baggage and desire to live up to his brother's name has clouded his judgment more than once.
But that didn't stop him from becoming Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. He changed their goals, turning them to the side of good, and even formed an alliance with his old rival Scorpion over a nice brunch. Life couldn't get any better. And then they found dragons!
Shirai Ryu, dog.
Lin Kuei scum!
Death is more honor than you deserve.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
I'm ready for you. Triumph or die! Go for it! Shoryuken! Hadouken! Hadouken! Take this! Yeah!
The winner is Sub-Zero.
Next time on Death Battle.